What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. If you're not part of what's going on here at the Sooner Surge, make sure you click the subscribe button, enable those notifications, turn them on. Let's get after this. Like and comment on these videos. Give us a rating. Appreciate all you guys that have been watching these videos. It's Friday. It's game week. It's tomorrow, OU Iowa State, 6 o'clock kick under the lights at Palace on the Prairie. And today, let's go over a few Friday facts, as we'll call this portion here. Fact number one, Jay, Iowa State's defense is ranked number one in the Big 12. That is 100% fact. Now, whether or not they deserve that ranking, we did have John Walters on, voice of Iowa State football and sports, and he talked a lot about this defense, and it's clear that they've got some dudes there and that they've had teams struggle. Kind of their, I guess you could say, the scheme that they play has given OU some fits in the past. So it's going to, raise maybe some questions. We'll see Dylan Gabriel and company and what OU is able to do against this highly ranked defense. That's a fact. It is highly ranked, Jay.
It is. It is highly ranked. You can look at a few things just in past. Obviously, under Lincoln Riley, OU struggled against Iowa State. If you remember the 2017 game, lost to them at home, 31-point favorite. Last year, you look at the game, OU won handily, 27-13 on the road. Granted, OU's defense got 3 interceptions off their quarterback and had some short fields. Also, Dylan Gabriel was only threw for 148 yards last year. Not a whole lot of yards. They ran the ball really well at 180 yards. I think Eric Gray had over 100 yards. But here's the thing. They've given up some big plays this year, Iowa State has. I'd like to see OU get a few big plays, but also they may try to do what a lot of teams do against Dylan Gabriel's, stop the deep stuff and make you go short and intermediate routes. And that's where Dylan has got to be good at. And they're going to slow the clock down. They're going to try to milk it. And we'll see. If OU can put up a really good offensive performance this week, I think it just bodes huge going into Texas week. Fact number two, man. Fact number two, Iowa State's offensive line is not very good, okay? And that's a big weakness for them. And especially running the ball, they have not been able to run the ball. And if you look at OU's defense, they don't give up the run. So something's got to give here this week. If OU shuts down the run and tried to make Rocco Beck beat them, I feel pretty confident in OU's chances. Obviously, he's a young quarterback, redshirt freshman, so I'm sure Brent Venables will throw some stuff at him. But this should be a week I would think you would see some more sacks. And I think with the weakness of their offensive line, I think you're going to see guys like PJ. I think you're going to see Bothroyd, Ford. I think they're going to have big games. Downs, I think they're going to have big games this week.
Yeah, I expect the defensive line to get a lot of pressure. And look, Beck had a great first start, I guess it was, right? As John Walters said.
He started all year, but it's his first Big 12 game last week against OSU.
First Big 12 start. And put up some good numbers against OSU. I expect OU to get after him a lot. Like you said, defense should have a good performance. That's another fact we could talk about. I think this OU defense is for real, but should be exciting. The crowd should be great there under the lights, and that may even make some extra noise and get some even more pressure on this Iowa State offense, because if they can't score, they're going to have a hard time competing against OU, even if OU were to struggle a little bit offensively. Fact number three, OU versus Texas is next week. Okay, and OU cannot look ahead. This is not a trap game. I wouldn't call this a trap game. Everything you've heard from the coaches, right frame of mind. But the fact is, looming on the horizon is OU versus Texas. Texas is at home this week against Kansas. It's a big-time matchup. OU's got Iowa State. Hopefully both those teams can win, and then both will be top 10, possibly a ranked matchup next week. So OU's got to take care of business and hopefully take care of it the right way this week with that on the horizon.
I disagree with you a little bit. I think it absolutely is a trap game. And if you look at Brent Venables' career at OU now, this is his second season. He's never had a trap game. This is the trap game. You look at last year, there was really not a chance for a trap game. They lost, their first loss was K-State. That definitely wasn't a trap game there in Norman. And so after that, there was no trap games. They just weren't very good, right? And this is the first time where they look undefeated. The big game is next week. This is absolutely a trap game. And we'll see if OU, this is the game where, under Lincoln Riley, sometimes you would struggle, right? And this is a game where you could struggle tomorrow, and I think it would not be a good thing because this is a team you should go put away. It's going to be a 20-point favorite. You should win by 3 or 4 touchdowns and move on to the next one. But I think it's a trap game, but I think OU performs well tomorrow.
Yeah, and there you have it, guys. That is 3 Friday facts for the big matchup tomorrow against Iowa State. Hope you're going to get out to the Palace on the Prairie. If not, tune in. I think it's FS1, correct, that's going to be having this game, Jay. And there's some other great games that we'll talk about on our Sooner Surge Game Time. We'll be dropping that later, so make sure you're part of what's going on at the Sooner Surge. Like, comment. Till next time, Boomer.
Boomer.